last we saw Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs? Want to take a guess off the top of your head? He didn't make it with the Jets, and he didn't make it his last year with Green Bay either.
Yeah, he was losing to Tom Brady, right?
Nope. That happened the year before. He lost to San Francisco in the snow.
Oh.
And if you remember, there was one throw, I think Rodgers, I forget who he had open, but he had somebody open. Was it MVS in that game? And everybody's pointing out that Rodgers doesn't play as well in the snow, that the LaFleur offense isn't equipped.
Yeah, it's not built for this.
For the cold weather.
Yeah.
That's you sometimes forget the silly narratives when it's replaced by silly narratives.
Well, those teams weren't built for the cold weather. I think they were true. No?
That's the last time we've seen Rodgers in the playoffs. And he's lost 2 in a row because the year before they lost to Brady in the NFC Championship game.
Wasn't there a weird muff punt in that game? It was 13-10 final.
Yes, there was a lot of weird stuff that happened in that game. Last time Rodgers won a playoff game is when he had the Rams in his house leading up to that game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Hufanga blocked the punt and scored a touchdown.
That's right.
To tie the game at 10 with 4.5 minutes left.
Rodgers' last playoff win, 32-18 against the Rams and Aaron Donald.
Yep.
And then the next year, the Rams won the Super Bowl. Yep. So Rodgers is back in the playoffs, everybody, and it's a home game for him in Pittsburgh. He had this to say about being back in win-or-go-home time.
At 6-6, there are a lot of people thinking we were going to be kind of stumbling to the finish, and then who knows what was going to happen. A lot of you probably in this group, either publicly or privately, we're talking about Mike T getting axed. So it feels good to shut all those comments down. One thing I really love, and it's kind of the antithesis of where I was, is there's not really any leaks in the boat. Every year you have difficulties and adversity, both on the field and off the field. And to go through a season like this and to be able to focus on football and not have a lot of other little out there has been really nice.
So Rodgers coming in with his edge, and it's a home night in cold Pittsburgh. And that Texans defense is no joke, guys. I saw it again with my own 2 eyes a couple of weeks ago. Yes. That's going to be a fun one. So it's possible that the Patriots win on Sunday night and the Jaguars win to start Sunday, and the winner of that game is who goes to Denver. We know Denver had a tough go of it against Houston, but did prevail in one of those games where the offense was struggling all over the map, and then they won it at the end. And obviously, Aaron Rodgers going to Denver with the Pittsburgh Steelers would be just off the charts, man. Off the charts. Looks like you have something on your mind over there.
I don't know. I told Brockman this morning, and he told me I was crazy. So
what? That you think the Steelers are going to go on a run? You really feel that way? The kid who once upon a time got that gig at the Foot Locker. You can't quit your roots, is what you're saying, right?
I think, and I'm struggling. Is it that that's pulling me in that direction?
Yep.
Is it just that, or is it like, do I really look at these teams in the playoffs and can't pick one that I think is standing out and going to go to the Super Bowl, and they're my de facto? I'm still not sure yet.
Well, I think it could be a little bit of both, but it is the fact that there is nobody out there, okay, that is dominant going in. Yeah. And as I said, the one issue for Seattle at the end of the day is not the fact that, well, it's Sam Darnold's playoffs to win by holding on to the football. If he doesn't turn it over, look out. Mm-hmm. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you could say that about pretty much every other team. Trevor Lawrence, if he holds on to the football. Justin Herbert's got to not throw all those interceptions that he did against Houston last year, right? And those are just 2 off the top of my head. We could truly fill in the blank. If Brock Purdy doesn't turn it over, if Jalen Hurts doesn't turn it over, but Hurts has at least gotten some run in the playoffs and had 2 of his greatest games in the biggest game we can hold in the United States of America and export to the world.
Every team has a flaw.
Of course. But what I'm saying is, you're not sitting here saying if Rodgers holds on to the football, look out. That's not the question. That's not the question. If Rodgers can be protected,
right?
Because Rodgers isn't going to be making the stupid mistake.
Well, Rodgers doesn't take chances.
Well, because he's smart. He knows exactly about how you don't go broke making a profit. And he also knows what the experiences that he has outside the lines, outside the numbers with his current roster, the issues that he may have in pushing the ball down the field, and knowing how to actually get yourself in position and don't make the stupid mistake in the red zone. And then on top of it, neck up.
That part.
They better with that superb defense come with their T's crossed and I's dotted and everything buttoned up. Because he's sent it. I mean, you're not. And that's the thing, is that Houston doesn't have to fool you. They'll just say, okay, we got our shutdown corners,
both of them,
and we got our edge rushers, and good luck. But honestly, you're not sitting here and saying about Rodgers, just don't turn it over. Yeah. He's a game manager in a different way. Normally, the don't turn it over, you're saying you're a game manager, just manage the game. He manages the game neck up in a way that
better than anyone left.
Truly head and shoulders above anyone left, with all due respect to everyone left.
Good QBs there.
And obviously, Allen's got the neck down on top of it. So does Herbert, so does Lawrence, so does Nix. That's what they have above Rodgers. Rodgers is not escaping the pocket like he used to. So
yeah, I think that's it, Rich. I'm just like, I'm looking at this.
I don't blame you.
This dude, man, there's just something about him right now that just makes me.
And the next time we come on the air for a full 3 hours, we'll know everybody else who's in and what the Texans and the Steelers mean for the AFC playoffs, because the NFC playoff divisional round will be set by Sunday Night Football. Yeah. First 2 games of Wild Card Weekend are NFC, last 2 are AFC.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.